So just a quick video today because we got a sneaky little tease about some upcoming models yesterday and today, and it started, as it always does, with a leaked potato cam image which you can see on your screen now, and which showed off what looked to be a couple of brand new kill team sets with some really awesome looking new Sisters of Battle, some Chaos Raptors or Warp Talons, and then what was probably most exciting was this massive, absolutely gorgeous new update for everybody's favourite resin star god, the Necron Nightbringer. Now, yes, let's get it straight out of the way. This model is absolutely stunning. I really love it, and we will get to it in just a second. But first, let's take a look at what was shown off today, which was some better quality pictures of the new Sisters of Battle and the Chaos kill teams, which are coming in the brand new kill team box, which is called Shadow Hunt. The Sisters of Battle get a new unit called the Celestian Insidians. These ladies are very elite sisters with a huge amount of experience and firepower, and they are aimed primarily at dealing with and taking out enemy psychers. So they do have some really cool designs and some awesome loadouts on them. They look to have a very unique set of weapons, ranging from power maces to some awesome two-handed swords, all the way to things you would expect to like hand flamers, and it also looks like a few of them may have some melter pistols and even some condemner bolt pistols with that awesome hand crossbow aesthetic, which we've seen on a few other sisters units so far. And I just think they look absolutely stunning. They're such a sort of gothic Diablo-esque design. I think fits in really well for the Sisters of Battle. It certainly does look like they're going to be a fairly elite level team. They will probably have also some fairly good anti-psyker tricks if you bring them in games of 40k as well. The article does mention they have these crowns and talismans which really focus their faith into a shield against witchcraft. So I do think they will have some good ways to defend themselves or inflict some extra damage on psyche units and that sort of thing. I really am quite sold on them personally. I think they bring a very cool new style to the sisters, which still fits in well with the rest of the range aesthetic and the rest of the sisters units, which just hopefully will allow the army to bring a few extra tricks to the force to help you deal with any psychers that your opponent may bring. In terms of the kill team itself, it's mentioned to be 9 strong, so there are just 9 sisters in the kill team, but I believe from reading through the article, it does look as though the box itself is going to contain 10 models, so I think in 40k, if you bring it there, you will be able to take these ladies as a full 10 strong unit. Going up against them is a kill team called the Murder Wing. This is a set of Chaos Raptors and Chaos Warp Talons, all being led by a Chaos Lord. Likewise, these are actually some brand new models, although the keen-eyed amongst you may notice that they are very much based on the current Raptor design. You can clearly see, if we put them up side by side on the screen now, a lot of these poses are pretty much identical. They've just been updated a bit and brought in line a bit more with the current chaos aesthetic, so I would say they look better overall. They are a little less busy, I would say, certainly on the trim front, and I think that's a good thing. They just look easier to paint and more in line with what we see from current chaos models. You do also get that Chaos Lord, who again is based on the current kit and actually is still a very good model, so that's really cool. And I think overall, they look like they're going to be a very fun kit to put together and play with. In the article, as you can see on your screen now, they are painted up as Night Lords, but from the looks of things, they are going to be a fairly Legion agnostic kit. So you will likely be able to bring these no matter how you want to paint them up. If you are running, a Night Lord themed army or any of the other detachments in the main Chaos Codex, you will likely be able to find a spot for these guys. And there's not going to be anything on the models specifically that points them out or directs them to being Night Lords in terms of the Legion they came from. It looks as though they're also going to have a fairly good mixture of weapons and loadouts, whether you want to build them as sort of Raptors or Warp Talons, but it looks like they've got, chain swords and plasma pistols alongside melter and that sort of thing, as you would expect on Raptors. It also looks like you are going to have some with the dual lightning claws of the Warp Talons. And what I really love about this kill team, and what I'm looking forward to seeing in terms of the 40k rules, is that there are a few more unique others in the set as well. So you get ones like the Curse Claw, who looks incredibly mutated and almost like he's half raptor, half possessed. And then there's some other unique weapons, things like the Huntmaster with his giant power glaive, and then the Depredator with that heavy chain axe. So I think they're going to be a really interesting unit to put together and play, both in their kill team form and also in games of 40k. I imagine in kill team it's probably going to be a 5-man unit with the Lord, and I imagine the kill team set that comes with the box will be 10 sisters models, of which 9 will be the kill team, and then the Raptors and the Warp Talons will be a unit of 5 models with the Lord as well, so 6 Chaos models to go in this kill team box. Overall, they do just seem to be 2 very cool, exciting new kits, and I think whether you are a Chaos player or a Sisters of Battle player, this will likely be a kill team box that you want to pick up if you want to add these guys into your army. But that isn't all. The kill team box that is coming, and it isn't coming soon, they do say that this is a fair way off, but the kill team box that is coming with these 2 kill teams does have a unique mission in it, where your kill teams work to battle through a load of Necron drones to seek an ancient power source. And this is, of course, where the stunning new Nightbringer will make his appearance. Now, the Nightbringer kit is one that is a long overdue an update. He is currently on a 40mm base and he is still made of resin. I think he came out in 5th edition or thereabouts, so he is a fairly old boy now, and his new model really does ramp up his design and just his presence all the way up to 11. You can see the old and the new kit side by side here. GW put that up in the article, and it is very clear to me anyway that they've gone that Avatar of Cain route and just made this guy so much bigger and powerful and so much more imposing. He is much more of an actual centerpiece kit now, and I think size-wise we know that the Void Dragon, who I imagine this guy will be a similar size to because they are both Catan shards, he is on an 80mm base. I've seen some people suggesting that maybe the Nightbringer will be on a similar, if not slightly bigger base. I've seen a few people suggest that he might be on a 100mm base from that image, but either way, he is going to be a really impressive, awesome focal point for your army. And I just really love the new look. I think it is fantastic. I love the overall aesthetic of it. I think the scythe is awesome. I love the cloak fragmenting into that Necron style blocky design. I think that's a really nice touch to the model. And in the article from yesterday, actually, we also got a few extra views of the model that we didn't see from the initial leaked potato cam picture. So we can now get a much better image of those scarabs flying around him, as well as his back, and just how the model is going to look in terms of that 360 view. And overall, I just think it's amazing. I think it looks like such a lovely characterful model, and one that I am honestly really tempted to pick up, because just this model alone is really tempting me towards the Necrons. The article does mention, as I said just a bit ago, this isn't going to be here anytime soon. 2026 is when they said the Nightbringer is going to be releasing, so I imagine that that is when that kill team is going to come out. They did say in the article today there is as yet another undisclosed kill team to come out between now and then, so certainly this isn't going to be here anytime soon. But I think the fact that it's coming in 2026, I imagine it's going to be fairly early in 2026. So I would think maybe in the next 6 months or so will be about when we have this kill team and the Nightbringer in our hands. What they do also say is that alongside his new model, he's getting a new and improved data sheet to go with his sort of improved power and presence. I personally don't imagine it's going to be hugely different. He is already comparable rules-wise to the Void Dragon, and I think this new update is essentially just bringing his model up to the new level of the Void Dragon. Like power-wise, I don't think he needs much more of a bump, so I would imagine he's still going to be that same toughness 11, 12 wound profile that halves damage and has feel no pain. I expect that to stay. I do think he is still going to be an absolute beast in combat. He will probably keep the dev wounds on his scythe. Maybe he will gain an extra attack or two just to go alongside his bigger model. I actually think the biggest change we might see is to his rule of drain life. That currently does mortal wounds to enemies in a 6-inch aura around his base every fight phase, which, you know, is good enough when you've got a model on a 40mm base, But if you've got a model on an 80, maybe even a 100mm base, that is going to be a huge aura and going to be absolutely horrendous against anything that he gets near. So I think that might be adjusted somewhat. I don't want to say it will be nerfed, but I think they might change it up just because of the fact that his base size is likely going to at least be doubling. So that 6-inch aura from that might get a bit too oppressive if it stays exactly as it is. All in all, though, I just think there are some great models that we've been shown in the last couple of days. I'm never glad when we see leaks or anything like that, because I get that, it must be frustrating for GW, but I'm glad how they approached this one. They really have embraced it, just shown off the actual models in all their glory, so there isn't just speculation about whether it's faked or not. They lent into it, they showed off the models, they did a couple of articles, they made a few tongue-in-cheek comments about sort of Necron time travel and things, adjusting things and bringing things forward too early and that sort of thing. So they have kind of gone with the flow and made a bit of fun of it, which I think is the best way to approach these sort of things rather than just ignoring it or denying it. So I'm glad that we have finally seen some very cool models coming in the not too distant future, but at the same time there is likely still going to be some other new models shown off between now and when the Nightbringer and this kill team come out. So don't think that this is sort of the next big thing to be released, because it's not. This definitely was revealed a bit earlier than GW intended. So, and they're not going to, bring stuff forward just because something got leaked, I can't imagine. So yes, this isn't coming soon, but it does mean at least we've got something to look forward to in 2026. And that's going to be it for this video today. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the Nightbringer? What do you think of the 2 new kill teams for the Sisters of Battle and for Chaos? Let me know all of your thoughts and ideas and theories down in the comments below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me. But until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.